Now listen, Pink. The vaccine mandate, man, has
Finally.
been the New York vaccine mandate has been lifted.
Yes.
So
Free Kyrie.
once again, you're on the bench with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Kyrie Irving has not been able to play home games, for this season, and because of he's not vaccinated. And the mayor and the state of New York, city of New York, however you want to put it, I'm not from there, they have lifted the vaccine mandate, so he will now and other athletes will be able to play home games in New York.
Changes the playoff picture.
Oh, tremendously.
Because realistically, the Nets had to entertain the possibility that he would only play road games.
Yeah.
And, assuming they get in the playoffs, which they probably will, they're not going to have a home series advantage against anyone. So they're really, from the jump, they'd be playing a top 1 or 2 seed in the playoff to begin with, and conceding home court advantage, and then actually that did work in their favor. Timeout. If Kyrie could play 4 away games versus that. So check that. But no, this is long overdue. I felt originally, and I still feel this way, he should have just got the vaccine. It's just not a big deal. I swear to God, it's just not. And he kind of put himself in this weird position. I wasn't happy with his bizarro IG explanation of what he was doing. But at some point, we've really reduced our fucks given about COVID across the board. Just move on. It's been several months now. Since the Ukraine stuff, nobody talks about COVID.
No.
And the reality is we never had to talk as much as we did about it. We allowed it to take over our lives in a way that's been unprecedented in my lifetime. And an absolute fucking shame and a disaster. But it's time. Move the hell on.
Yeah, I think with this move, I think it's tremendously going to move on.
Yeah,
to your liking. This was kind of the last stem in sports that was kind of lingering, so you had to talk about it, especially with Kyrie being such a fucking figurehead with his decisions and the way he operates. But now, since this is over, I think this is the last fucking leaf of that shit.
I'll go. Kyrie, because he's as talented as he is, and because he's on a Brooklyn team that could do something. If Kyrie was on the old Cavs in his first 2 seasons,
I disagree.
Oh, it wouldn't be.
Kyrie is a lightning rod. He's just a lightning rod because he's such a different type of cat.
It would not. I get that he's a different cat. I get that he does draw some attention. It would not have been on the same level if he was on an irrelevant team.
I beg to differ, but
you're entitled to be wrong.
But I tell you what, as far as Brooklyn Nets, because they were talking about if he had to play against Toronto, the Raptors or whatever, you wouldn't be able to play any games. So now at least he'll be able to play the home. As of right now, he still won't be able to play away games.
Specifically in Toronto.
Just only Toronto.
That's
the only team.
As they have another playoff matchup, he's fine for an entire series.
That's the only team left in the entire association. Canada is a different pill to swallow there.
Yeah.
Hopefully Toronto doesn't even make the playoffs. They'll be in the play-in as well. So we're hoping for that, and then we can just say fuck COVID altogether in sports.
Yeah, I was so happy that Juan broke down the play-in scenario last week.
Yeah, because I was a little like, But yeah, so if you're in the 10th seed, you have to win twice. And the winner of the 8 and 9, they play the 10 in the last game, and whoever gets in. So that's how that.
Well, really, if you're 9 or 10, you got to win twice.
If you're 9 or 10, basically,
and if you're 7 or 8, you got to win
once.
Either way. So that's good. I'm glad it's over. Now, if they could just get Ben Simmons on the floor.
I don't think that's going to happen, man. Not that he has a herniated disc. But there's still such a fucking beast with just Kyrie and KD and that surrounding cast. I don't know, man. Milwaukee. Who has turned out to be a fucking farce is the damn Chicago